Hey y'all, it's your girl Millie Chine. Let's get into the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Let's go. We talked about this already. Shamia and Kelly are getting together some relief situations for the people in Grenada that have been hit with the hurricane. And they're bringing everything over to Shamia's house. Britt Edie comes over with her 3 things. She says that she's going to have someone to send some things over. Shamia said, you need to hurry up. They talked about the situation with Drew. They talked about the party with no food. And that was pretty much it. This conversation was so stupid. Like, I know Portia wanted to go into Drew's esophagus and pull out whatever is hooked to it. It's the stomach. I know she wanted to do that because Drew is so passive aggressive. And in that, I know you want to do this. I'm not trying to argue with you. You're being petty. You're shooting with Ralph. And girl, don't nobody care about Ralph but you. And don't nobody want Ralph because we see how he treats you. Who wants to be treated like that on purpose, right? Portia's trying to get to a part. She won't let Portia finish saying what she has to say. So Portia gets up and leaves. Now, I don't think Portia should have left. I think she should have just stayed and we got this scene. But I do get it. You know what I'm saying? Then Drew got so much to say after she walks out the door. I was just really aggravated by it. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen to what I have to say. Don't stop me when I'm talking. And don't be passive aggressive and condescending. That is who Drew is. So we're here with Kelly and her girls, and it seems like they're multiplying. They're so cute. They're getting ready to start school. Kelly let them know that she won't be there. She's going on a girls' trip in Grenada. And they was like, who's going to take us to school? And she was like, Uncle Lamont. She goes downstairs with Uncle Lamont and her friend. And Uncle Lamont lets her know that he's talked to her ex-husband, right? And he said he wanted to talk to him because they had a good relationship and he just felt like he needed to, but found out that he doesn't want anything to do with his children. Kelly is like, I don't get a chance to take a day off. I have to be a parent every day, all day. And he not wanting to take care of his kids is crazy. So I'm glad that's over for her and those girls can move on. It's just sad to see that because her children are just absolutely beautiful. So the ladies have made it to the airport. Drew was late. And they look like they're going to have a lot of fun. I love that they split the girls up. And these two are rooming together. Britt, she may have a lot of fun with Phaedra. Phaedra's going to put on though. Now, Phaedra is definitely going to put on. So Kelly and Shamia are in their room. And Kelly is like, well, how are you feeling and everything? She was like, I'm good. But Drew, what's up with her? Then they posted these posts that are between Drew and Shamia. Drew is like, watch out for people who do interviews and create imaginary beef. And she added Shamia and Go Naked Hair. Shamia said, and here you are with another lie. You just can't help it, huh, cutie? I agree with Shamia. You don't know if you want to be mad, Drew, if you want to be nice, if you want to try to make peace, if you want to be passive aggressive. Like, I can't with Drew, y'all. I really try. And I feel for Drew with what she's going through with him downstairs. She has me on her side with that. But other than that, I can't with Drew. I've tried. I just cannot. Try real quick. Drew and Cynthia are rooming together. And so they're talking about relationships and she's asking her if she's dating and she's talking about Mr. Amsterdam, who is La Prince. Child, she talked about how much younger he is and how he's ready for the bang bang. And this is Cynthia. Because she said you got to be ready for the bang bang. Because he's ready. Cynthia's having a good time. And then she explains to Cynthia how Portia was mad because she was filming with Dennis. Then Portia went and filmed with Ralph, and there's no reason for her to film with Ralph. And Cynthia said Portia does like to get her lick back. So we're going to see how this is going to go at dinner. Child, so the girls are on the way to dinner. Now, in Phaedra's car, they are having the time of their life. Over here, Drew, Angela, Portia, I don't know who's in the back. This is the most boring. I think Portia yawned. It looked like Angela's eyes were closed. Portia said that she can ride in the car with Drew quietly. And that's exactly what they all did. Dinner is so beautiful. They sit down. They have a conversation about this man who didn't have clothes on and all that stuff. I feel like Phaedra's doing a lot. I feel like Phaedra is really doing too much. But we're gonna put her to the side for right now. So they get to talking about, you know, clearing the air. Kelly is the one that gets it going, and she said Shamia and Portia need to get their situation fixed. Portia spoke up for her and Shamia. She said, Shamia and I have spoken prior to this. We are good. Shamia feels good about that, so that's great. Now Kelly is like on Drew. Drew is, I can't, right? Shamia did bark last week at the table. She won't apologize for calling her a lapdog. Everybody is upset with Drew. Kelly is like, you have a problem with everyone except for Cynthia. Drew is like, what? What? Yes, you do. I understand that she is over here by herself. And Drew is going to have to tussle her way through this entire trip. But I'm not here for Drew, right? And then Phaedra asked the question because Angela was like, Shamia, we wouldn't have a problem talking to you. But then Angela and them also tried to talk about what Drew had told Carlos King about Shamia talking about Portia. They alluded to it, but didn't get into it. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, Angela was like, we won't have a problem talking to you if you didn't take it back. And Phaedra was like, wait a minute. Do y'all really think that y'all can say something, have a conversation about Portia with Shamia, and she's not going to tell her best friend? Like, that's common sense. Oh, I forgot this part. Angela is here on a girls trip on her anniversary. Now, I just saw the preview for next week, and Charles don't even care. She is trying to pull out a happy anniversary baby out of him, and he could care less. Did he even remember? Portia and Drew, the conversation is over. Portia said it's done. Did y'all hear Drew say that she should have, or she could have, texted Portia to let her know what was going on? Now, Drew told us that she texted Portia and called Portia. Let me know if I'm tripping, because I know Drew said that. So you never text Portia to say this is what's going on? You see what I'm talking about? Drew Nokio. And child, do I not agree with Shamia? Britt, read the room. Everybody is talking, right? So Portia and Drew really have something to talk about. Angela is talking to Shamia, talking about Portia. Kelly is navigating the whole conversation. Now she wants the crystal because Kelly said you can't talk unless you have the crystal. She wants to talk to Phaedra. She is roommates with Phaedra. She could have told Phaedra, girl, I had an event last week. My husband invited your ex-husband, his wife. I just want you to know, if you hear about it, I ain't had nothing to do with it. Phaedra's like, I don't even care. Shamia's like, Britt, read the room. Like, you said all that for nothing. Nobody cares. This is not for Britt. And I mean that in the most sweetest way. This is not for her. Y'all, let me know what y'all thought about this. We can talk about it in the comments. Bye.